Hello there, welcome back. It's been some time, but great news is Merging has released patch 1.21. And you know what that means? That means that I can start finally getting rid of all of this mess around here. We have the item crafter recipe. I have created one and I put it somewhere and I can't remember where that is, but I do need to make some more anyway. And it doesn't take too many items, I guess. The droppers could be a little bit annoying, but at least I don't use very many resources either. I will have to check my redstone stocks. I think I've got enough for this. Where is my redstone? Oh, I've got a lot of quartz. There we go. Yeah, I've probably got enough redstone to at least make some crafters. However, I'm gonna need quite a bit more than this, I think, in order to make my item sorter. That's not a problem for now, is it? Nah. At the moment, I need to start planning. And mostly, I need to start planning where my item sorter is going to go. I was thinking this general area here. It's tucked away behind some of my farms. This farm I do plan on expanding on. Whether I expand up or whether I expand sideways, I am unsure. So I do want to keep this spot here free, at least. That way, when I do figure out where I want to go, I at least have some space for it. Alternatively, it could come out this way, but I've started creating a little bit of space as well. You can see I got sick of putting these in the ground and just started putting them on top. But I also had this idea that maybe my item sorter could kind of sit on this little island. I think it could be really cool if I put it on this little island here. Then I could extend all my farms out in this direction. Make a little bit of a short, narrow path for my farms to sit on. And have everything piping items straight into my item sorter. And it could also mean that I can build maybe a cool little building here or something. Something to break up the look of all the farms that might be going here. But most importantly, I think it really is time to get rid of these. There are far too many things going on. There are far too many little chests and stuff sitting around the place. There's a whole bunch of them over there, which you can't even see because they're so far away they haven't rendered in. And I think if I put my item sorter over here, that will free up a little bit of like computer resources to maybe reduce some of the lag that might happen over in this area. And because I do plan on expanding this village out in this direction, it kind of means that while my item sorter is over there and I'm over here, I won't have a huge amount of lag from all of the entities that are going to be over in this direction. So first thing I need to do is start planning out exactly what I want my build to look like, whether it's just going to be a box for now or whether I'm just going to, or maybe whether or not I'm going to hollow out a little bit of this hillside. Maybe start building things just in here and then build on top of my item sorter, or whether I want my item sorter to just kind of be another industrial structure that is visible, that kind of adds to the farmland as it is. Maybe we could ask a few people. Hey guys. Oh, what do you think about putting my item sorter over in that direction? Yeah? You like it? You like the idea? Ooh, still thinking about it. Okay, what if I put it over on that hillside? Okay, and then do I make it sort of fit in with it? I haven't finished talking. Do I make it fit in with my farms? Or do I build... Or, huh? We got a question mark and a yes? Huh, okay. Well, you guys aren't very much help. Hey! I have a quick question for you all. Should I build my item sorter over on that hillside over there? Oh. Solid yes from them. Hey, what do you guys think about me building my item sorter over there? Over on that hillside. Got a few nods. Oh, yeah, we got some nods. They seem to agree. And hey. Hey there. Do you think I should build my item sorter over in that direction? Over on that hillside? Yes? Yeah? Yeah? Oh, brilliant. Thank you. Hey, guys. Hey, just wanting to know. Do you think that I should build my item sorter over on that hill in the overworld? I suppose that you probably haven't seen it yet, have you? Not the best people to ask. Hey, Frankie. You... Can he get me? No. Hey, where'd you go, buddy? Frankie? Frankie! Hey, dude. Oh. Frankie doesn't want to have a chat right now. Frankie must be busy. That's okay. Well, I've had some people agree with me. I'm going to start digging out part of this mountainside. I think right about here is where I want that item sorter to go. Maybe I'll expand over a little bit further. And then I can just continue building my farms out this way. Hopefully they'll all be within range of my item sorter when the items are coming through them. But if there are any problems, I could probably sort something else out. That's not an issue. My gut instinct is telling me that that's going to be close enough. But there really is only one way to find out. And now I'm going to lay out some foundations for the item sorter. What's in this cave? You know, something also dawned on me the other day. When I was playing, I just lost my sword somewhere. I have absolutely no clue where I left it. Whether it's in one of my chests or something, or whether I just ended up dropping it and walking away from it and having it despawn. But I also went to the second chest that I've got. This one. And there was no sword in there either. So whether I've actually just lost two swords or didn't make a second sword for this box or what, I'm really not sure. But yeah, I somehow lost a sword somewhere, which is a little disappointing because I'm pretty sure I had it spec'd out. And now I just have sharpness 3 and unbreaking 3, which to be honest is fine. Maybe at some point I'll find my other one when I'm cleaning up this mess. So yeah, let's quickly do this. One thing I don't do enough of in Minecraft is planning my builds. I spend very little time planning and just a lot of time doing stuff, which kind of ends up being the reason why I make things like this, which really isn't very good looking, but which really isn't very good looking. This is kind of what you get, I guess, when you don't really plan ahead. Like, I haven't done any planning on this, apart from the vague ideas that I had coming into this. I really have no idea how big my item sorting system is, how many items I'm going to put in it, and how much space I need. So, I'm just going to kind of rip out a big chunk of this, and maybe I should just make it look like a hillside. Now that I say that. Maybe instead of ripping this hill out, I just put an entrance in. Huh. And this is often what happens also, where I'm just mucking around and then I just think of an idea and decide that, yep, that's what I'm going to do. I actually think that it could look kind of cool just to have a bit of a cave as like a sorting system. Maybe I can make it look like a natural cave as well, not just a man-made hole in the wall, but an actual natural cave. I'm gonna keep digging and we'll see where I'm at in, I don't know, an hour from now. You know what I love? I love it when you come out of a Minecraft cave and you turn around and you find a giant hole's been dug for you. No, I think this hole is probably going to be big enough for what I have in mind for my storage system. If it's not, I can always make it bigger. I'm going to change the door though. I don't really want it here. I might pop it a little bit further over, maybe centralize it just slightly more. But for now, I do have a bunch of resources. Is it this one here? Yeah, this one here. I've got a bunch of resources that are going to at least let me get started in making a storage unit. I think the big question is going to be, how many items am I going to want to store? And more importantly, I think I finally need to learn how those crafters work and how I can implement them into a storage system. Alright, I think I've got some fantastic news. I did kind of work out how to create a item crafting system, at least one that does function in the way I want it to, so isn't constantly on. However, I did just die and have lost all of my stuff. Please don't hurt me. Yeah. Oh, that was probably not a good idea. I just got the rest of his buddies involved, and there was a creeper. Nothing's following me. Okay. Next problem, how do I get my stuff back? It's all the way up there. I don't want to use the moss. Here we go. I see my experience glittering there. My entire 7 levels that I'm going to get back. And there's all my stuff neatly packed into a corner. It really was neatly packed into a corner though, wasn't it? A couple of things fell down, but it all just kind of spread itself out against the wall. So, oh, I didn't put my elytra on. Oh, that was stupid. At least if I died again, I would have been on the ground. Right, so I have laid out a bunch of chests here, and let's go and have a look just up here at this device. So my plan is, we've got this one's for redstone, right? It'll change depending on what I'm doing, but it's a super simple concept, and it just requires a shulker box. So I chuck in the redstone, it'll go through the system, and then every time this reaches 9, you'll see that there's a little pulse right there. So every time it hits 9, it's just a single pulse, item goes into the little item hopper, and this is all just because my shulker box. So as far as I can tell, this shulker box is emitting a signal strength of 8, and because it's emitting a signal strength of 8 into the side of this comparator, it means that the comparator is looking for a signal strength of 9 before it releases any signal, or something like that, I think. It could be wrong. I mean, I could be completely wrong, because it would be 9 minus some. So I don't know how many that is. Look, I've already said I don't know redstone. So I am just impressed that I came up with this system. And I'm pretty positive that it's a better way, because I don't really want to have to use a huge number of shulker boxes for this. But it does look like that is kind of my only option. For now, at least. Now this does kind of mean that, as you can see, I have laid out my chests in such a way where there may not be exactly enough room. However, I'm thinking that wherever I need one of these item crafters, I can just kind of re-divert the items so that instead of them going in a hopper like this, they'll go in a hopper separated by a block of space into a second line of hoppers, which will then drop it down into the next hopper. It might mean that for those items, I lose a couple of chests at the top, but I think the whole purpose of doing it is so that it takes up a lot less space for some of the bigger items. And in that case, I don't think it's going to matter for the entire outcome of this. It's definitely something that I will have to look into when that time comes. At the moment, I'm just kind of creating the item crafting system. And I'm going to go up by maybe 2 more chests here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chests total. And then I want to put a bit of a line between the chests. That way, if I do need to, for some reason, get to the higher up chests, there'll be maybe a half slab or something dividing them that I can stand on. And then I've decided that this is going to kind of be a natural cave type system. So I am going to mold the interior of this to kind of resemble a cave in some way, shape or form. You can see I've already dug out a portion of the ceiling, and this is kind of the start of like, hey, there is going to be a bit of a cave in here. We've got some glowberries, so eventually we can kind of light up the area with some glowberries, and I'll need a bunch of string so that these don't all end up on the ground, but I've got glowberries, I've got some glowstone, and a bunch of other lighting blocks which will help me light up this area, make sure there's no mobs, and then of course we're going to moss block a bunch of it just to change up some of the blocks, and I'll probably be adding a few different block variants in there as well, just to make it look a little bit more cavey, plus maybe some dripstone or something like that to go along with it. I am going to get back to this now. There are still quite a lot of chests I need to place, and I probably need to go cut down some more trees. You know what, this is exhausting. I don't recommend this to anyone, and regardless of not recommending that to anyone, I have definitely made some progress here. So we have somewhat of a indoor cave feel. I haven't completely finished this, but I have basically completed the item sorting system now. You can see that I've got a bunch of item frames scattered about on all of the bottom chests. Those will be filled up with items very shortly. There should be something in this one. We've got some andesite coming through, deep slate, and so on. So the first few containers have started coming in. Now I didn't want to just add these to a chest. I wanted to have something that I could just fill up shulker boxes and then place in. So I did make a shulker unloader. This was from, I believe it was day 6 that I got this shulker unloader from. It's super compact and makes life a lot easier. So as you can see, shulker boxes sit there, they unload items, those items get pushed into a dropper just under here, and that goes into a water stream. Follow the red lines, that's your water stream. And those water streams go to 2 different places. One of those water streams goes up into here, this is where the items come in to get sorted, and the other goes straight behind here. And those go back in here where my recycled shulker boxes will end up. However, something is definitely not functioning correctly. This should be a green shulker. Oops. I'm pretty positive that should be a green shulker box. And it's a purple shulker box, so I can't open it. Oh, maybe it just finished the green one already. But if it finished the green one, then whereabouts did that end up? Because that should have ended up over in this chest. Unless it was like the worst timing ever in it. No, it's not in there. Okay. Did it end up somewhere down here? Let's just have a look. I mean, all of my items have why is there stone in there? Wait, why is there stone in there again? The first 2 are stone. This is because the stones seem to be filling up. Oh, the second one's cobblestone. This shouldn't be cobblestone, this should be stone. Actually, you know what? I might have screwed that one up. But that's okay. Which one of these has stone in it? This one. Okay, that's fixed now. And okay, if it was this one that had the stone in it, it's completely possible that my shulker has gone there. Did I reach the end? Okay, I'm a little bit confused. It definitely should have ended up in this chest, so let's go have a look. Where has it gone? I might have to come and check all of this, so I can't see anything obvious. But it was Oh. It was definitely green. I wonder if it's ended up, in one of these hoppers. Yeah, there it is. That's odd. It's there right now. Right. Yes, that is normal. That's a shame. Because I mean, sorted. When the shulker box here breaks, this shulker should go through the system. So it's not really too much of a problem, but it's not really desirable. This block here is currently being powered, which is locking this hopper in place. So I wish I could see how many items are left in that. Let's give this a second, and then once that is done, we'll find out whether or not that's actually the case. Okay, it's just gone through. Let's have a look. And yes, it is definitely working. Okay, cool. I don't mind if I have to wait for a shulker chest to come through if I don't have to fix this. So I'm happy with that. I'm gonna leave it as it is. Maybe one day I'll be crazy enough to do something about it. But other than that, I am absolutely happy. So I'm gonna go and quickly finish off the ceiling and do a little bit more with the floor. We could do substantially better than this. And substantially better, I believe I have done. I have missed the ceiling off in here though. I'll come back to that. But if we head down into the cave, this is what we have. I didn't put string on this guy and it just kind of grew wildly. So I have to trim that one back. Although it kind of looks cool. And we can make our way to the ceiling. So let's leave it for now. As you can see, we have put some detail into the floor. We've added a few pillars here and there. And most importantly, we've added some water in the middle. Now, I'm not 100% on what I want to put in here yet. I am probably going to put some tropical fish or something, although that will look a little bit odd. But I also want to put some maybe lighting decorations down in there. I have already started putting some lights in here, just to make it a little bit more visible at the bottom. But I also think that I'm going to change out some of those blocks down there and kind of use some shading to make the lighter and darker areas in the pond. You'll see around, I haven't used much of like your base blocks. Like there's not really a lot of cobblestone, there's not a lot of stone, although there are pieces here and there. I did mostly do everything out of tough and deep slate, but as you can see, there are just a few additional things scattered about the place. We do also have some basalt lying around. If I can find a piece of that somewhere around here, I know. Oh, but there's some right there. Look at that. Just dotted around the place. I didn't want to put too much in, although I probably could have put more. There are some places I've put some coal just to try and make it look like it goes a little bit further. This one's probably not a very good representation of it. If I move across to here, you can really see that this place looks like it definitely extends much higher or much further into the abyss than some of the other stuff does. And I do plan on changing out a few of these blocks here as well, just to make the transition from kind of lighter shades to darker shades a little bit more flowy. But you know, as it is, I'm pretty happy. I don't want to go putting holes in the ground or anything, making it too difficult, but I probably will put some stairs and stuff in the bottom just to try and break up some of the finer details. I'll also be adding a few bits and pieces to some of the pillars, fence posts, or walls. Always fantastic for this kind of thing. But I have the kind of standard layout now sorted, and it's just going to be adding bits and pieces, more detail. We might revisit this in the future with kind of like a before and after to show you what it looks like now to what I ended up adding in the future. Also, I think I need to find a mod to make the string less visible because it is really, really visible. If the objects were a little bit darker, you may not be able to see the string quite as easily, but just because there's a light source behind it, I think it exaggerates how visible they are. I'm really happy with where this place is at anyway. There is one other thing that really does need to happen too. I do have all of the items coming from in here straight into the item sorting system. However, I haven't actually attached the farm to it yet. So all of this stuff really isn't doing much. And you might also have noticed that I haven't done anything with crafters in my sorting system. My idea actually is, especially with some of these farms, is to try and have the items flow in their already transformed state. That shouldn't be too difficult to do. I may just have to separate what each individual section does. And I have been having some problems where I must be moving away just at the wrong time. These two seem to be desyncing somewhat, and I am having to come back and fix them up every now and then. Yeah, so it was just the one, and honestly it has been quite a while. So I'm really not too worried about those rates. If they break every now and then, it is what it is. Anyway, now that the item sorting system has been built, it is time to get rid of some of this mess. We have a lot of stuff. It is going to take a long time for the sorting system to sort everything. So what I might do, let's just go and have a look what kind of chest monsters I have brewing. So obviously this is one big chest monster, and this is probably the worst of them, thankfully. However, we do also have an assortment of shulker boxes just kind of scattered about here, and all of these do have at least something in them. Now my item sorting system won't be sorting out diamond horse armor or any single items. They will be able to go through, but they will just end up in the dump chest at the end of the item sorter, which I still haven't put in, but that's okay. That's a problem for another time. I've got all of these chests down here that need to be sorted. We have more stuff over this side. So what have we got? We got a bunch of random chests here, a bunch of shulkers and chests. We have this, which probably needs to go. Here's another chest monster. This was my first series of chests that I did. Let's move on. So we do have a chest over here, which is full of stuff. Not really a chest monster, but here we are, another random stray shulker box. But in here, once again, chests. Oh, these are shulker boxes. Shulker boxes. More shulker boxes. Fantastic. Did I just see more shulker boxes? No, I didn't. But let's go upstairs and we will find more shulker boxes. Fantastic. And we also have this little chest monster to get rid of. I reckon we end this episode off with a bit of a time lapse of me getting rid of all of these chests and tidying up the place. What do you reckon? Yeah? Well, that's good because it's about to start. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. See ya.